Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. I think this bank building is available. It's boarded up on the side. Man, the repurposing of that building would be awesome. Fenkell or 5 Mile, if you prefer. Rosedale Park. It's a historic district, and I'm en route to check out a Drinks by Design event. So I parked here at Evergreen and Pilgrim. I think this house here is available also. Good day to watch the planes traverse through the sky. Yeah, this house here is boarded up. This is right on Evergreen. Here's a landmark to be sure. I don't know what the building was before, but here's the event. No climbing. They were talking to me because I would have wanted to check that out. Plants, flowers kind of thing, and food trucks. Detroit shrimp and fish. All right, well, I'm going to go to the north side of Grand River, and here, welcome to the Grandmount Rosedale communities. So Rosedale Park is on the west side of Southfield, but it's on Grand River. Keep heading southeast and you'll get into the Grandmount neighborhood. Here, Design Core Detroit event is taking place. Drinks by Design, to be specific. Second Thursday of every month, and it's at a different place in the city every month, showcasing something really cool. So I make it a point when I get the email to respond and say, hey, I want to check this out. This is a great neighborhood type shop, like a chamber of commerce type thing, letting people know what's happening in their neighborhood. So it's a combination of the two neighborhoods. What's your go? House hunting. Yeah, I'm going to check out some houses en route here. This is a nice neighborhood, to be sure. Here they talk about the Greenlight Project. And yeah, anything you'd want to find out about the neighborhood, this would be a good start to talk to some people here and get some idea of what's going on. They always talk, all the talk is downtown and midtown and Corktown and Eastern Market. There's getting to be more and more neighborhoods, but yeah, let's talk about Rosedale Park and Grandmount. We'll talk about all the neighborhoods one at a time. Why not? My evil twin, I think, is up for it, or indifferent. Detroit Vegan Soul. So checking out like a restaurant. I didn't know this. This is a nice mural certainly on the side. And I'm guessing vegetarian. Just a hunch, but probably anybody could find something good to eat. So we'll check out some of the businesses along here. This was, Pechakucha. This is another event in Detroit that's top-notch. It's international, but they have a branch in Detroit. And here, we'll check out a presentation.
Land uses, and looked at the patterns they created. And clearly in Detroit, most of those are located along rail lines and creeks, and really kind of create looping around the city. We also studied different strategies and systems in terms of how it could be applied at a level of a parcel, district, corridor, systems, and regions. So trying to make connections bigger than just the individual sites, and rather think of them as groupings. Land and made real progress on making economic investment and have that exponentially grow and impact the immediate neighborhoods. You can see that Atlanta and Detroit do appear very relevant to each other from a geographical data that Atlanta put a lot of investment in was looking at what impact their project had on with half-mile radius of the project. So in Detroit, that could mean 67,000 likely occupied homes could be impacted in a positive way by this transformation. The other lenses we use to look at the industrial spaces and thinking of how they could connect neighborhoods in different parts of the city. So we mapped different modes of transportation, whether they're pedestrian, bike use, transit, and so on. And further, looking at different strategies for utilizing free internet to folks who can't currently afford to pay for that, and it would create a much broader connection point for everyone in the neighborhoods. We also studied opportunities for creating energy via solar or wind techniques, as well as tapping into the existing industrial processes and looking at ways of recovering heat from those existing processes.
Oh, that was excellent. That was like a presentation on urban planning. How cool is that? All right, we're going to check out some more of the neighborhood and hear the lighting system. Decorative street lighting, and it's like no two neighborhoods are the same with their light poles and whatnot. You can see all variations depending on the year they went up. Okay, well, I got the handy dandy map. Grand River goes off like on a 45-degree angle, but certainly, that's the neighborhood right there, just west of Southfield Freeway. So I'm heading in a southeasterly direction towards downtown, and the numbers will be going down. Here's art is everywhere, even in the little design there. And if you want to park your bike or lock it up, you can do it there. Here's a brewing company. Hate has no home here. Oh, gosh. The alt-white would not be happy. Yeah, that's another colorful mural. And look at this, Motor City Match. Top property for new business. I'm going to have to check that out online to see how that works out, but they're always looking for entrepreneurs and the like. And these young millennials and so forth, even people older than that, look for opportunities. And right now, Detroit is a market that's catching the eye of a few people, even nationally. Land is relatively cheap still, but the prices have gone up quite a bit since bankruptcy. Here, the Little Caesar, he's quite the landmark there, too. He's chowing down on a slice. Here they have signs like delineating that you're in the historic Rosedale Park neighborhood. Here they painted over this, but looks good, the brickwork. Something different. Upscale resale. And then across the way, Roots Nature. And a boutique. Yeah, this is a prescription place. Cush Cab. Then a hair closet next door. And like a florist place. Yeah, so urban planning, anybody can participate in this. This might bore people to tears, but I'm just checking out some of the businesses. I'll loop back around, and this will be like a three-part show. After this, I'll go to Midtown. They have a spring in Midtown thing. And then I'll have a few minutes where I can do the movement, the festival that took place over a Memorial Day weekend. So, anyways, check out some of the housing stock here. This is one of the premier neighborhoods in Detroit, and these are solid brick homes to be sure. And some of them needs some maintenance, and they're being reworked, to be sure. But others are in great shape, and there's some good styling. Oh, Charles, he's doing some work on the porch here. This house is going to be up for sale, 18425 Lancashire. He said it'd be on the market soon. They had a little work to complete, and then the owner of the property. But he said, check it out. So a nice 2-car garage. It's one street north of Grand River, so the backside of the property, you can see Grand River there. It parallels. But, yeah, just, one of these days I'd love to live in Detroit. The taxes are high, and car insurance is crazy. Those are two things that kind of would be nice if they got those in check. They're working on them, I think. But, yeah, nice, solid home, and somebody asked for his business card, and I have some tuck pointing too. I said, Charles, you do that tuck pointing? He said, yeah, meticulous kind of work, but yeah, it does it. Look at the stained glass on the side.
And this is just tedious. You just take your time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it is. Yep, checking, doing some work on a Thursday early evening, but the spring has sprung, and the trees and some of the flowers certainly, it was a welcome sight after the long winter that we had, and actually pretty much a lack of spring. It went right to summer. But Mother Nature got all colorful now, so that's a good gig. And look at the landscaping here, the nice streets. And now I made it to Southfield, and so I'm going to loop. And Southfield M39, and I've driven Southfield many times, but don't really have to exit here at 5 Mile for any main reason or nothing. But now that I'm checking out different neighborhoods, I pay more attention, I guess, but most people just zip by on Southfield Freeway. Grand River used to be a great street to travel on. Of course, I-96 siphoned a lot of the traffic right off of Grand River. Okay, so I made it there where it's circled on the map. And now I'm going to head northwesterly. We're all proud to be American. Chase has a nice bank building here, but gosh, there's a lot of cool bank buildings in Detroit that are abandoned, could be repurposed. It'd be cool to live in a old bank. Or the fire stations. I've seen a few of those too that are abandoned. Old fire stations, repurpose that. Oh yeah. There's looking downtown. Turned out to be quite the nice afternoon here. Thursday. The event was 5:30 to like 8. The lights are on now. Car wash, fast, splash. And a few more shops there. Another mural. Yeah, there's room for improvement certainly in this area. But what you have to do if you're looking around and if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking for a spot, first thing you gotta get out of the car and walk and kind of take it building by building. So I like to say the first thing you should do is take inventory, see what you got. Here, a good, like a Caribbean place here. Yeah. A nice, so a few restaurants and the like. But, yeah, take inventory first, then ask questions. Check on the availability of different parcels or whatnot. Ask people what's happening in the neighborhood, whatnot. and then get answers. So it's always good to do your research. A church for people that hate church? Can there be such a thing? All right, well, this is South Rosedale. It's still Rosedale Park, but it straddles Grand River. So there's a north side and a south side, but definitely good housing stock. And it would be nice, actually, to check to see what home prices are in the neighborhood to give you a ballpark. And here, the Garden Bug. Open 7 days. Wow, 18901 Grand River. So this is south side. They have a nice mural behind the fence there. All right. So I'm going to walk back to where I parked. I was dilly-dallying so much. I really missed a lot of the presentations that Drinks by Design have. And they're all about Detroit having good design. And they have quite the program. They got something going on all the time. And September is like the design month, and they have tons of festivals. I think I'll probably have a little more information with their website here in a little bit. Look at that donut. That's monster size. They really had the hole in the middle. Then they had I ended up with one with sprinkles. Outer Drive, which kind of twists and turns and goes all over the place. But crossing Outer Drive now. Here's some neat industrial shapes. Here, Dream Realty. This building's for sale. It was a restaurant, but it needs to be repurposed. This gentleman was styling. He had the threads and he had the dance moves. I was going to videotape, but he said, well, I got him a little bit there, but if he was going to do a show or whatnot or a dance routine, he needed some money. But I would have been good with that, too. It's just like when I see good musicians perform, and they have a tip bucket out there. I don't have problems with that. So the guy had some good dance moves. Yeah, I'm okay with that. The Cuts Lounge. Now, this was the place where the main event was. And they have a nice mural. So it's a barbershop and among other things and so forth. Kind of like a community gathering spot. Kind of with the black folk, though, that's where a lot of the talk and interaction goes on. Word on the street kind of stuff. So, and that goes both for the men with the haircuts and the women with the salons and whatnot. So, yeah, they had the lights out. They had some nice pictures in here. But I got here after 8. Design Core. Okay, read all that. Maybe it's design. Yeah, see, 8, it was technically over, and it was 8:35. So all my gallivanting through the neighborhood was having too much fun. But, yeah, I'd like to check out other neighborhoods, and certainly this is a well-known neighborhood. Now I have to go to Grandmount. That's one that I'm not as familiar with. I've been through Rosedale Park a few times, but it's been a few years. Here, documenting the 67 riots even. Wow. Okay, a roll-up truck. This is all in plain view. And the flowers. I wonder what that sign was, how that building was repurposed. But then here again, urban planning. You're an entrepreneur, go to that building there. Okay, made it to Evergreen. Gas at this time, it's gone up since that. It's close to $3 now. And the website, det.com. And I'm doing the urban thing today, most definitely. There's a Meijer. Now I'm heading. I wanted to go up to the city limits, which would take you on Grand River. It would take you up to 7 Mile, but this is a cool ghost ad. All right, so that completes the first section. Now I'm going to go to Midtown, and they have a spring into Midtown. This is the first year they've had this event. Here at the Masonic, there was a function at the Junction. That's quite the entertainment complex. So this was a Saturday. Okay, green as green can be. This was where Fortune Records was back in the day. I guess 3946 3rd Avenue. But across the way, Gus's Fried Chicken, and they're world famous. I'll be damned. In Detroit, no less. They, it took forever to get a Hard Rock Cafe, but we got one of the chicken places. Here we go, Motor City Match. Go to MotorCityMatch.com. Here, a top property for new business. Whether they give you a deal on the property, like it's city-owned kind of thing. This building is not in great shape, but it's location, and this South Cass Corridor neighborhood is all the rage. They have some music here, but first in the foreground is the Happier Camper. There's a little string of businesses here. Love Midtown. So there you go, 12 to 8 p.m. this event was running. And we'll check this flower shop. I want to check the music first. blossomingartist.net. So inside the store, looks like it's relaxing. Plus, look, art is everywhere. They're showcasing it inside their store, which I love when they do this kind of stuff and they combine. It's not just like getting your flowers and whatnot, but you also can get your artwork. Excellent. Good mix. So a neat little store. They've been open, I guess, for like 3 years now. I didn't realize it had been that long, but yeah. First time I actually went inside the store, and they even had goodies and so forth. Here's inside the Happier Camper, which is kind of nice. It's not like everything's not mixed-sized, extra large. It's smaller can be good too. It has its moments. You can be happier. They uncovered this, the Willis Show Bar. I had heard about this back in the day. They open at 7 p.m. I wanted to get a peek inside. Wow, the curved glass there. Oh my gosh! And look at this marquee, Willis Show Bar, and it had been it's been open just for a few weeks at this point, and it's on West Willis. Go figure. Neat, huh? Wow, it closed up years ago because this is kind of like a red light district kind of a thing. I guess they had some issues, but it's open. It's where the Star is, the Red Star. And these are all the venues that were participating in this event. But, I wanted so bad to go inside the bar. But I really wasn't dressed for it. I'm going to have to dress up a little bit and get my hat. I got a cool hat. So the bar, then the Cake Ambition, I like the green they got and their logo, and the Blossoms. So 3 businesses back to back to back. everybody patiently waiting. So they didn't open right at 7. It's a little later, but yeah, they take reservations and stuff. I would imagine they're probably off to a good start. Just a guess. They have bike lanes here. This is the area, between the Little Caesars Arena and Midtown, or I should say, Midtown, and then further up, there's more talk with the new center too. It's kind of a matter of connecting the dots, and the Q line kind of does that. But people have kind of rediscovered these neighborhoods and so forth. This is a historic street, to be sure, and lots of nice detail. I'm into that checking out the houses thing now. That's part of urban planning too. Here, yeah, look at this. They're separate units. I don't know how many they're subdivided into, but these aren't cookie cutter homes. Everyone's unique, different, and wow. Never give up. Okay. Oh, that's a urinal in front of the traffic jam. And then that's the artist there. And Smokey, gosh, this was well done. A nice woodcut. Yeah, this was carved. Filson is the name of the company. But Smokey helps to fight forest fires, and he wants you to give him a hand also. This is a nice strip of businesses here. They have some nice planters, so I'm right here between the arrows on West Canfield. There's a dog park we're going to check that out. Across the way is City Bird. It's kind of interesting shopping around here. They have different kind of little stores and boutiques. It's kind of fun to Third Man Records, Jack White, and so forth. So I think the press in the back is open now, so you can actually see old school records being pressed. I've seen the back shop, but I can't swear that they're actually making the records. That's something I'll have to check into. All right, here's the dog park. And I'm pretty close to Shinola time. Knickerbocker, I love the name there. We have some New York connections, to be sure. Oh, and I thought the people participating here were doing all the pedaling and all the power and so forth, but no, they have an electric motor out there too, kind of for an assist. But they're having fun. All right, and then this is a landmark here with the 3 exhaust pipes up there, smokestacks, and a water tower. Yes. Flexibility, strength, focus. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. Patience. These are all good things. Determination, concentration. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got to do yoga? Oh, you got to be kidding. Here, it takes heart to fight for something that so many consider a lost cause. I like this mural because there was a time in my younger days where I found out secondhand that the mother of my girlfriend thought I was a lost cause. I was kind of real heartbroken over that. I kind of wanted my girlfriend to explain all that, and it was basically a religious family, and they felt that I would never be saved, so I fell into that lost cause basket. Damn. Oh, well. Okay, back to calling the action here, though, because there's a lot of cool buildings in Detroit, and I think we've kind of overlooked it for so long. We just, the bashing of Detroit was, down to a science how well people did it. I remember they had T-shirts like "I'm so bad I vacation in Detroit," and another one with the revolver saying "Come back to Detroit, we missed you the first time," kind of thing. At Trapper's Alley, you could see, God, there were all number of styles of shirts where we did the self-deprecation for the city. We were bad to the bone, but yeah, now it's kind of like it's kind of like a little hip. The fear factor's not there anymore. The millennials aren't freaked out. They kind of go with it. And then with the advances of cell phones and everybody can take video all the time, nobody really is going to get too wild because it's so easy to document if somebody goes into the evil twin mode. Here, a nice little shop area back here. There's a little fashion, little artwork. These people are also into urban planning. They have a little function going on Grand River, a redevelopment. Here, I like it'd be cool to have a balcony up there on the top level there, but that's a cool building. Here's the church. Yeah, I'm just no rhyme or reason. I'm kind of taking the detour. And that happens when I go to Detroit. There's no set plan or anything. I just walk around and take the detour. Here, a nice Pewabic tile up top. I made it to Main Street, Detroit, Woodward Avenue. There's looking straight down to the downtown area. We had a nice view earlier from Grand River looking downtown. A lot of spokes that emanate from the city. You get a great view looking back to downtown, especially at night. Here, a little pointy tip, but I like these little cornucopia-like spire things on the end. It's Hillberry, but I kind of say Hillbilly Theater, but here are 8 units in a neat building. And there were a lot of cats running around through here. Now this place, Detroit Property Exchange, Flip Detroit. So they had pictures, but I'm not sure. Dream Realty, if their office is still open here or not. But there's certainly a whole lot more interest in Detroit property. I want to check things out. If anybody knows of a good deal in the city, let me know. We had some earlier rains, so there were puddles all over the place. Paul Rodriguez, Cass Cafe, so they were part of this Midtown project, so they got some artwork and so forth. We're going to check this out. Rebel. Okay, so April, May, June, July. So basically two months and a couple of weeks. And they go clockwise. And they're all numbered and titled there. Northern Lights Lodge, that's a great place for music. And Monitor, you can pick these up at a few places. Cass Cafe is a great place for all the things, little circulars, postcards, events that people have. Here, I didn't catch it at first, but it's love in sign language. That's clever. Okay, 23. That looks like David Bowie, but no, this is Cynthia Nixon, and she's running for senator, I believe, in the great state of New York. And they have an upstairs. So they had this was the menu. They had a big group up top. I don't know if this is a special thing that they had for their event or not. But that's a look. They had cake even. $150 for this one. And I like that. It's simple in design, but that's kind of me in a nutshell too, a simpleton. So yeah, I don't mind that thing. WDET, you can get here even by skateboard. And the Detroit Surf Company, they weren't open at this time, but they did have a bunch certainly on display. Here's a nice woodcut on the back of a board. And another string of great shops. Nope, I guess they're not open. Yeah, it's after 6 p.m. So, and a doggy store. I see what they did there. Cass Corridor, they changed it to Core Dog. That did not escape me. Clever. Planned Parenthood, yeah, that's a great thing for young women and whatnot, planning for a newborn and so forth, but they're under attack all the time by the right wing, and it's like, are you kidding me? But, yeah, wow. They do good things. Anything to promote women's health is a good thing. Royale with cheese. I think that was like a John Travolta line or whatnot. And here looks like you can have a little lab set up. They have these workstations where you can kind of, while they do software. Here a little fashion. Yes, so the Midtown area certainly is happening. They're close but still awesome. Okay, here's your prices for your burgers. And they have different names. Oh, Royale fries flavors. Go with the flow. Avalon was one of the first in the neighborhood, and they actually offer their workers a living wage. How about it? Yay! And so they're doing well. We have excellent examples of brickwork all over the place. Now here people have their balconies, newly complete lofts for sale. The Overland Lofts. So, yeah. And the Charles. This is well done. Kind of the fleur-de-lis accents. And the golden top of the Fisher Building. It's not, they're going to light it up pretty soon. Mario's. Here in a community garden. And I think they use some of the things that are grown here. The salads and the greens or whatnot, the herbs and so forth, and they use them in restaurants. This, I don't know. It looks like 4125, but looks like they're close to doing something here. Just need to open the gates. Will Leather Goods. They've been here a couple years. Worldwide Artisans. And been there one time in the store with my sisters. And they have a great little shop here. My brother-in-law bought a business bag and had it engraved and everything. It was kind of neat. Here it looks, the Grove Cafe looks like it'd be a coffee shop there. Tomboy Supermarket, that's what it was repurposed from. It's kind of neat that they kept that name up there, or the sign. Yeah, things are changing. It's like you can't blink anymore because things, people are rediscovering these buildings and bringing them back to life. Look at the nice brickwork here. Yeah, well, corner thing. Look at the wrought iron. How cool is this? Yeah, so exploring and discovering things. Man, back in the day, I'd tromp through here, and yeah, Cass Quarter had a different vibe to it. It's a little rough part of town kind of a thing, but now it'll be a neat little neighborhood that people will gravitate towards. Here, this is like an environmentally friendly building. I think they have solar panels. They collect their rainwater, whether they're self-sufficient in some other ways too, but wowie kazowie. I gotta keep moving. No loitering. But, oh yeah, this was a rough part before, right here on Alexandria, but a lot of these buildings they're redoing. Today's special is chicken. I decided to come in and I got macaroni and cheese, and then I upgraded because I thought, yeah, it looks good. They got interesting neon, to be sure. So here's a look at their menu. Yeah, all that walking around made me hungry. So they have small, medium, large, and extra large. And then Louisiana, the perfect hot sauce. One drop does it. I don't know what happens when you do two. If that just spells trouble or what. Well, they cater. Wow. There's a lot of... Oh, look, I put more than a few drops. It's going to sink in. I don't know, just add a little zing. We'll try it. It actually tasted okay. And 3rd Avenue Garage. And then this is, they haven't done anything with that building in a while, but back to Jumbo's where I parked. That in the day, wow. Yeah. Kind of back when I was coming of age, that was a eye candy show that would take place at the Jumbo's bar. Yeah, dating myself a little bit, but yeah. They're fans of the D. Okay, and then next week's show, I'm going to show this Man in the City thing. My sister gave this to me. She had comps because she was a participating artist, and my brother-in-law was too. But my sister couldn't make it to the event. She was in Spain on a family vacation. Here, Neighborhood Service Organization, that's what this fundraiser will benefit. So they have a soup kitchen right here on 3rd Avenue. Here was a card game that looks like it was broken up hastily. The Beacon, you can see that. Peterborough and 3rd. So this is fenced off, so maybe something's going to get developed here. But, yeah, the property, it's been discovered. A lot of the word's out. This place is for sale, but, yeah, you have to bring a big checkbook with you if you want to buy property in this area now. Certainly with the Little Caesars Arena there, and then a lot of people want to live downtown. But for lease retail space, well, we saw that earlier. I think we did. Okay, so here it is. Their main offices are on Oakman Boulevard, but we're going to catch this in next week's show. All right, then I had a good night's sleep, and I like the Metro Times, and here, Stormy Daniels, and she was big in whatnot, Making America Horny Again tours, what they're calling this. So it's like, holy cow.
Kings and queens to the side.
Yeah, there's Stormy. Wow, wait, is she winking at me? I don't know. 2 live shows. I think she had to cancel a few of them and reschedule them, but yeah, she's certainly made a name for herself. And traffic. Okay, I had to do some business downtown. We had a nice mural thing up there in Cobo Center, which is nice. And I'm going to buy a Man in the City thing, but that's my little rocket ship. That's another piece of art that I bought. But a couple Dearborn artists. And then if you want to, my sister and brother-in-law live in Ann Arbor, but they have their shop, the Glass Academy, in Dearborn. But anyways, 2 artists were featured there. My brother-in-law made this piece, Chris Nordine. And so he sent me pictures, and there's a little glass work added to this one. And so we'll see that a little bit later. Here, my rocket ship, but it was made out of a bowling pin. I don't know if you can see that kind of shape in there. But they gave a Man in the City a woodcut, and they gave it to like 35 artists. And the artists were left to design as they would see fit, take an artist's take on it. So they all had different designs, and then they go up to auction. So, all right. I am going to switch tapes, and we're going to go to movement here. Oh, yeah, the rocket ship. Detroit, use the symbolism or the metaphor. Detroit is ready to take off. You see that bowling ball in there? Okay. All right. I'm going to switch. I'm going to get back to that event, but I'm going to hop to another tape and something I took later. I like to usually do things in a chronological order, but that's not happening this time. Okay. Second tape's in. Press play. Oh, I caught this on HBO. And this was early in the morning. The Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl. I had never heard of this before. I don't know. And I was in Flint just a couple years after it all went down. There's a family portrait from a few years back. But yeah, I'm watching on my TV here, the Flint Tropics. I had never heard of these guys, a semi-pro team. How did I miss all that? And I never heard of this, the Michigan Mega Bowl. Semi-Pro is the name of the movie, and it took place in 1976. And Will Ferrell, he's a well-known actor out of Hollywood. Yeah, HBO Zone. And so the Mega Bowl, and Flint wins the Mega Bowl. Why I never heard. It's just, in the party went on. It was just maybe a little rioting. Yeah, amazing. You hear a lot about the Flint water crisis and so forth, but at least that looked like that was a positive there, something that Flint could hang their hat on. Yeah, I went to Ann Arbor, and I get my bird feed from up there, and I do a mix now, sunflower seeds and another one. And on this particular day, it attracted cardinals. Here it is, sunflower, see it, cardinals, and then those yellow birds. And the next, it's hard to see. The next one is, I had 2 50-pound bags. So the male and female, I think the male might be the red one, or vice versa. Let's leave it at that. All right. And then, yeah, I was just being cheap on stuff. Here's an all-American event, and it was hot. This was Memorial Day, and they were racing in Indianapolis, but I had to get the air conditioner in because it was like 94 degrees or whatnot. So, and took the checkered flag. All right, but yeah, more important, we're going to turn this thing on. High cool. Oh, yeah. Press. It's. There we go. 338. Some relief. Okay. Now, going to make it to the festival. So this will be a Sunday evening. There's the detour. I didn't know which way to go. I just kind of stopped there for a second. Okay, the Cobo Center, in front of there again. Joe Louis. And Hart Plaza is where the event takes place. Lyft was providing the ride service, which is kind of neat. And the ladies are, they had their outfits and stuff. It's colorful. Memorial Day again. That's a nice tribute there. And I didn't buy a ticket, but I'll walk around the perimeter. Here's some of the sponsors. Movement Detroit. And people came all the way from Norway by bike. Can you believe that? Or is that, or am I just promoting fake news there? But they do they don't want any weapons or nothing. Let's just listen to the music for a little bit. Free bike valet. Neat. And I like this mural. Detroit Windsor Tunnel mural. Since 1930 and beyond. The global headquarters at the Renaissance. I like that. Tunnel to Canada. They should print those out and make them and just sell them on the side in that old school design. Just like they could with Detroit City Limits. I think you could find some buyers. $5 American to go to Windsor now and bring your passport or your expanded license, whatever they got a name for that. All right, here's the lay of the land. They have like 4 stages set up. We saw the VIP area. That's the main stage there, number 1. Detroit River there. So the movement stage is number 1. Red Bull Music stage 2. Pyramid stage 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are back by the near the Detroit River. Ooh, 4 times proud to be an American. Oh yeah. Back in the day, the Detroit Grand Prix ran under this tunnel and ran under Hart Plaza. A neat little twist. Now they run out at Belle Isle. Big boat from Traverse City, and it looks like they're kind of promoting the state of Michigan. How about it? But they were docked here, and here's some racing cars, and then even a racing ice cream truck. Cool. And it's keeping pace with them, not in first place, but is in the middle of the pack there. Little Caesars, now it's interesting, they're actually at this time when the video was shot, they're still, and I think even now, here I'm calling the action on June 2nd, but I think they're still out on strike. Here, officially, Port Detroit. Detroit Wayne County Port Authority. And you know it's official when they got that spinning thingy on the top. Do the radar thing. Alright, then the Princess, you can see the smokestacks, and then off yonder, the Ambassador Bridge. And some people were catching the music out from the river. Cool. Thanks for watching. Have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be. Good night.